Hello everyone, this is Valet Games. If you remember, I'm picking up from where we left off last time with our Red Dead Redemption playthrough on the Nintendo Switch 2. My dog's coming to say hello. Come on, bud. Thank you. Thank you for the kiss. Red Dead Redemption 2 on Nintendo Switch 2, or Red Dead Redemption 1 on Nintendo Switch 2. And there he goes. Again, I apologize for the dog background noise, but it has to be better than no, the volume spiking and peaking that occurred with my first like 15 videos. Where are the okay. Um, these are not my forte. I'm gonna be honest here, these kind of games. I can blast through. I played every single Dark Souls. I beat Elden Ring. I'm blasting my way through Sekiro. I beat Lies of P. Like, I would say I'm a wholly well-rounded gamer individual. God, that sounds like such a nerd thing to say, but I can get my way through a little bit of anything. But I am not the best at these. So I apologize in advance for all the silly death that will occur. I don't think I've unlocked QuickTime yet. Just shoot him in the head point blank, that always works. This would have blown my tiny little child mind when I was like 13. I was the kind of kid though that I was the oldest, so like I remember it was kind of just like I didn't really have to ask. It was just oh well, you have little siblings, you aren't don't really want you playing that kind of stuff. And then as soon as my little brother got old enough, it was just like out the window to where he was playing Skyrim like the next week after I had like begged and begged and begged to finally get to play Assassin's Creed on the PlayStation 3. But a lot of stuff like this I missed out on. I've gone back since and, gone through Uncharted and I played through God of War on handheld, stuff like that. Played through the new God of War too. Open container. Thank you. But that's kind of where my full-on history starts, like end of the PlayStation 3 era. Kind of grew up. I grew up with like the PlayStation 2 and Game Boy, GameCube, that kind of um that era is what I grew up with playing, but and that was more like being a kid and playing, Pokemon on the Game Boy on road trips or having a sleepover and playing The Hobbit on my friend Andrew's my friend Andrew's older brother's GameCube or PlayStation 2, I think it was, to where, that's kind of the start where I fell in love with it, and then more so my history and kind of my bread and potato is like PS3, PS4 era stuff. I played pretty much, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Um, to where I've kind of cleared out the catalog for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 stuff, is what I was saying. But there's still stuff from that era that I've missed, like Gears of War, mostly Xbox stuff. Xbox stuff I've gone back and played too, but I've never really beat. So like the Fable games are kind of in that genre. Gears of War, stuff that if I was a couple years older, I would have been like, this is rad, but as it was, um, when it was like, oh, the restrictions are lifted, I can kind of play anything. Um, sorry. To where the restriction was lifted, I could kind of play anything, but at that point, teenage years. Well, that was embarrassing, but gives me a chance to expound on my thought. Where my teenage years were kind of hectic, and life happened, so I was more in on the escapism side back in those days. So that's when I kind of went and cleared out the Nintendo library, stuff like that. More whimsical escapes and less gritty, realistic masterpieces. As I've gotten older and gone to a more healthier place, I've started enjoying these stories more. Where now I'm not so much caught up on, the negativity of it all, more so on the positive moments and on this story they're trying to tell. Whereas when I was younger, it was just like, man, that's depressing. I don't want to play something depressing. Like, I got enough depressing stuff already in my life. I think that's just, it's like not liking avocados when you're a kid and then liking them as you get older. just taste changed. Now I'm more comfortable with those parts of my life. I don't really want to escape from them. I like, seeing it reflected and seeing other people overcome the same sort of challenges through life or, mentally or just however it be, however it be. That's why these games still reach us as deeply as they do, right? Instead of wanting to kind of just ignore all the hurt, you like it because you see the hurt, your hurt reflected in the character, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm rambling too much, but there's a sense of comfort in it. Like, well, they can survive it. I'll be fine. Not that I've ever been kidnapped by the government, forced to kill my ex-gang members, but you guys know what I'm saying. You all have characters like that. Sean Marston isn't necessarily mine, but it's an example of someone's for somebody. Ow. I should have known that was gonna happen. Who am I supposed to be shooting? Oh, they did it while I was... Okay, cool.
Thanks, Marshal.
I like that
Worth
horse,
it
that
for
red
our
one.
lives. Just get them cattle back safe. All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well done, Mr. Marston. Yes, well done. Now, about Williamson. I'll do what I can. As you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum. Say that again.
Well, one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. West Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. West Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman. Cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're
The
being a
more
little
things
optimistic.
change, the more
He's done
they
a great
stay the
deal for the county,
same.
and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
I'm gonna get me a horse like that before this game's over. You mark my words. Might have to kill the sheriff to do it, but... Alright, well... That's the end of that mission, so I think I'll just call it here for the day. This has been Valet Games. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscription if you really want to make my day. Just I'll be here doing what I do, so catch you guys next time. Deuces.